Behold my epic return. Dark bleatings, everybody. Sorry about my accidental break from YouTube and social media and everything. I had kind of a run of horrible bad luck life event kinds of things. One of these things on their own would have been enough probably to take me out of commission, but it was kind of just like a rolling thing where you know, before I could even sort of catch my breath about one thing, something else happened. So I just kind of needed to disengage from everything. I was not capable of peopling or doing anything. I've just sort of kept my head down, immersed myself in work, and that's kind of what I've been doing for a few weeks. But I feel a lot better now, and I had some messages from some of you guys checking in because some people actually noticed that I didn't post and stuff, and I can't tell you how touched I am. That's so nice. And yeah, I still kind of don't feel like doing anything. I kind of still just want to be in a blanket, but those messages really reminded me that I love running my website and doing this channel and stuff because I've made real genuine friends here, and it really pulled me out of my funk and made me feel just so much better. So thank you for the people who reached out. It's just so nice. So to get back into the swing of things, I have been struggling a bit creatively. I'm sure a lot of people do when they're having kind of a bad time. I won't bore you with specific details, but I will tell you because this is going to come up in a different video that I'm planning, that I lost my beloved cat Whirly, and I can't talk about it too much because I'll still cry. She was ill with something that we didn't know she had, and she just passed really suddenly out of, like, you know, she was fine 1 minute and then an hour later she was gone. So yes, I am planning a bookish video that is to do with her, but that was one of the things that really kicked the crap out of me, to be honest. She was my little bestie for the last 15 years, and I'm not used to not having her at my side wherever I am in my house, so it's a little weird, but Thor and Loki going strong and keeping me busy and entertained. Yeah, so anyway, I went on Instagram and I asked what videos people might like to see when I come back this week, and I'm going to try and do a few videos this week and try and get these like kind of requests done because people were kind enough to answer. So today, thanks to Bernard Mulligan on Instagram, who suggested I do sort of a general update on what I'm looking forward to in October. So that's what I'm going to do. This is kind of like the starter video to get me back into the swing of everything, so I hope this is okay. So life happened. Despite everything I said in my previous video from a few weeks ago, I went to see Alien Romulus. Now, I realise that makes me sound like a liar or a hypocrite or something, because I was vowing never to see it, and I definitely wasn't going to spend my dang money going to the cinema, but I was just, you know, feeling really down and kind of in the mood to hate something, so I dragged my brother Mikey along to see it, and we are going to do what I would like to think is a fair review, but I'm just waiting till me and Mikey can get together to do that. So so for those who aren't familiar with our gaming stuff, you will see Mikey probably for the first time here as well, so that'll be fun. I was also on Lindsay Goddard's podcast this week, and it was really fun. So Lindsay Goddard is another indie author and editor, and I love all of her stuff. And she put a call out on social media asking for people to talk to her on her podcast if they had weird work stories. Now, I used to have a weird job in a really, well, the job wasn't weird. I mean, it turned out to be weird, but on the face of it, it doesn't sound weird. But I worked in a very weird environment for a while, so I went on there to talk about that. I'm going to put the links for everything in the description, by the way, just in case you want to check any of this stuff out. So I don't talk about it here because people make a lot of assumptions, but I used to work as a waitress in a particular type of club that men like. We'll just leave it there. But if you are interested in that, yeah, I had a really good conversation with some really weird work stories that I got to share with Lindsay. And if you would actually like me to make a video that's not bookish at all and you want me to talk about that stuff, like, please feel free to put questions in the comments, I'd be happy to do it. I just didn't know how interested people would be. So and Lindsay, if you see this, thank you again for having me on the podcast. Lindsay's so lovely, everyone, by the way. So yeah, had a really fun time with that. I did get to do a couple of author interviews also, because I didn't want to cancel on anyone or reschedule anything when people had, you know, blocked off the time for me. So you will have already seen by the time I upload this my interview with Bev Vincent, who I just love so much, and I was really nervous getting ready to talk to him because I've been reading him for over a decade, and I found myself all anxious all of a sudden before I got to speak to him, but he was so lovely and kind and just really made my day, and I just, yeah, what a lovely guy. And we've got an author interview coming on Thursday that I'm really excited to show you as well, but I'll keep that one as a surprise. And something that has kept me busy, which has really helped take my mind off stuff a lot the last few weeks, is for my day job, I do a few things. I freelance, I do editing and general PA work, secretarial stuff and things, but for my main work, I work for an author who also has a small press, an indie press, and there's a submission call open at the moment for a werewolf anthology called Strange New Moons, and Strange New Moons, and the sub call's open till the end of the month for any writer friends watching that might be interested in submitting. So we've been getting a lot of the story submissions have been like flying in thick and fast since the deadline opened, and I co-edited the last anthology with Steve and Wiley Young. That was the Perfectly Fine Neighborhood, and we did have a lot of submissions for that, but nothing on this scale. This, like, every time I get through like 10 stories, I open the inbox and there are like 20 more in there. But it has kept me very entertained. Like the quality of these stories is extremely high across the board, so it's going to be really hard deciding who gets the few slots. But yes, don't let that put you off if you have a werewolf story that you think we might love, and I'll put the sub call in the description for anyone who might want to check that out. So but yeah, that's been a really, really great time. I'm having so much fun and sort of just like living, breathing and dreaming werewolves at the moment, so that's been fun. So what am I looking forward to going forward? Lots of plans. I always have plans. I'll see how realistic it is because I never have enough hours in the day for all this, but I finally figured out what I want to do with our TikTok account. I say ours, my TikTok account for Happy Goat Horror. I really just didn't know what I could add on the platform. And I'm not very good at technology, and you know, I'm not really down with the kids with these new fandangled TikToks. You know, I don't think anyone wants to see me doing a dance video or a makeup tutorial or anything. But yes, I figured out what I'm going to do. I started today, and hopefully it will be fun for people and something people can enjoy, but we shall see. And then here I'm planning, I've been saying this whole time, but I really actually enjoyed talking about Alien Covenant, so I'm not gonna take away any bookish videos, but I'm trying to add some time so I can do film reviews as well. They're not all going to be like rant reviews like Covenant, because I do prefer to be positive and talk about things I actually like. So I would really rather do, you know, a breakdown of something that I love and talk about what I think is great about it, rather than just sort of like ranting. That said, the Alien Romulus review, I am, of course, looking forward to Halloween. I do kind of like just enjoy horror all year round, so I don't love Halloween as much as people tend to assume I do. But what I really do love about it is the atmosphere, because everyone kind of gets on board with the holiday, and it's yeah, it's just, you know, nice sort of autumn, you know, dark nights, long dark nights, cold weather, lit pumpkins everywhere. I do really, really enjoy that. I am excited about a book release. A book that's coming out on 31st of October, and I can't believe that I remembered this, because usually if I see a book release announcement from an author I like, or for a book that looks interesting to me, I just go ahead and pre-order it normally, and then I completely forget about it until it just arrives, and it's like a little surprise, because sometimes I order things so far in advance that I have no recollection of ordering it even when it actually does arrive. So this book is called End Realm. It's by an author called Tyler J. Welch, CH on the end. Sorry, I don't know how I pronounce that. Tyler, if you see this, I'm so sorry. But yeah, this is the book.
A man finds himself in a dark unfamiliar world of starlit rivers and black obsidian landscapes with only 2 golden coins as his possessions and no memory of who he is or where he comes from. He soon learns he is in a place called the End Realm from the monstrous boatman on the river Styx who delivers him to his final destination, the Lowest, the worst prison in Tartarus. But his damnation to the Lowest doesn't make sense and most entities agree that he is not meant to be in the realm at all.
So yeah, I'm really excited about that. I know Tyler through just pretty sure through here, Happy Goat. But yeah, we comment on each other's stuff a lot on Instagram and stuff. He's really nice person. So yeah, Tyler, if you see this, like, I'm really wishing you all the luck with the book launch. I know it's really exciting and nerve-wracking time, and for anyone yeah, who is interested in the synopsis, yeah, if we could like support Tyler and you know, pre-order the book and make sure we pop our reviews on Amazon and everything when it comes out, because that helps more than you can possibly know. Yeah, I'm really excited about that, because normally I miss the boat on book releases. Like, I always plan to like make more a thing about book releases that I'm excited about, and then I just forget. I'm so bad at this, but I've actually remembered this one, so I'm like super excited. And yeah, obviously closer to the time I'll be reviewing the book and I will definitely mention it in a video. But yes, I'm super excited about that, and very excited that I actually remembered something in time and not 3 weeks later. I am going to FantasyCon also this year, and I'm really excited. It's in Chester. It's the weekend of the 11th, 13th of October, and I haven't got to go to any bookish events this year at all. I got married last year, obviously. I was trying to recoup some money and everything. I wasn't able to make it to Edgelit this year. I've been so bummed about that. And then there's a whole, like, a handful of other sort of like bookish things around the UK or horror events that I would love to go to, but I just, yeah, haven't made it to anything. So this is like my first event of the year, and after I went to FantasyCon for the first time last year, it just became my favourite book event. It is so much fun. I'm really excited about that. An indie author that I love might or might not be launching a book there. I'm really excited about that, but I don't think I can talk about that here right now, because I got the inside scoop. But yes, I will talk more about that as I can as well. So yeah, ooh, that's 2 book releases I've remembered. Oh, let me know in the comments if you're going to FantasyCon and if I'll actually see you, and especially if I haven't met you in real life before, and we can have a cup of tea. That would be really nice. Have a cup of tea, talk about all the books that we accidentally bought while we were there, even though we've plan to go with a budget, but every time I go anywhere with books with a budget, I blow it completely. Thanks again to the people who reached out, and yeah, thanks just for just for being here and being part of the Goat Tribe. And hey, if you've been watching my videos and you haven't subscribed, it'd be really cool if you subscribed. I really want to hit 1,000 by the end of the year subscribers, but my growth is very small, so I don't anticipate it happening, but it would be nice. So that's it for now. There'll be something a lot more bookish for my next video. I hope this was okay, and please